Hey up. How you doing? Oh well. I was in Marsden. Just got on the Kirklees way, and I'm on the path towards Wessendon today. The first time I've been all the way up here and walking this route, but there's a reason for it, which I'll get to shortly. So don't go anywhere, and I'll tell you about that. Yeah, so it started with quite an urban theme today, the walk, which is slightly unusual for me. You know, abandoned mills and bridges and cobbled steps, and not an area I've been to, so I weren't really knew what I were expecting. But yes, we've just left Marsden, we've joined Kirklees Way, and we're heading, I believe, to Butterley Reservoir. I think that's what it is. And this is kind of it's almost a recce walk. I'm scouting the area. I wanted to see what like parking options were available, because for my 40th birthday I decided I wanted to do certainly at least one longer distance walk than I've ever done. And the one the initial one that took my fancy, and I may well end up getting quite hooked on them like I do on other things. The first one that took me fancy was the Marsden to Edale Classice. It does take you over Black Hill, which is one of the more prominent summits of the northern part of the Peak District. It takes you over Buckley, and it takes you over Kinder, and you finish off in Edale. A number of different ways you can do all of it, almost all of it on the Pennine Way, which the Kirklees Way will join up with as we get a little bit further down. But you can go a number of alternate routes. That the reservoir overflow is really piling water down, and yeah, this looks nice. There's a quick information board over here. Let's go and have a look at that. There we go, Buckley Dam and Spillway. I've got to say that looks like a hell of a lot of steps, but that's the way we need to go. So come on, let's make a start. Oh, beggar me. At top of these steps I found some alternate parking. So if when we do this again, or when it comes to hitting it as the real deal, if we want to dodge them steps, we can park right at the edge of Buckley and knock them out. I don't know if this area is still considered Marsden, but obviously we want to walk from Marsden to Edale, as that is the classic challenge. I thought this was Butterley Reservoir at first. It's that bloody big, this puddle. Little information board just here on the Wessendon Valley and on the Buckley Spillway, so I'm just going to bob through here and have a quick read. This one's even got a nice OS map of where exactly we are, so that's quite reasonable. Not that I ain't got one anyway, like, but yeah, it's alright that. And then here's some information on the Buckley Spillway that we're now looking over the top of. And if we look across the dam wall, I don't know if the white barrier that's been put across, there's a danger mud sign just to its left, the yellow sign there. I don't know if that's all of the dam wall that's closed or just the like muddy main track. The track to the left, what looks like where the gate is, that looks reasonable to pass, but we're not going that way anyway, so come on, let's carry on around Buckley Reservoir, and let's try and gauge how far we this first little section is going to be for us. Just where we hit the start of the reservoir, that is the northern border of the Peak District, so we are actually in the national park now. I think it's about another mile this way. I thought I was quite sheltered from wind here, but I hope audio comes out reasonable. I'll speak up just in case. So I think it's about a mile along this track, we will join the Pennine Way, and obviously from there things get, well, not easier, it can't be a lot easier than walking on this kind of crew of ducks there, quackers, isn't it? So we're almost at the end of Butterley Reservoir now, and I'm not going to go massively further today because you know, we're just mainly Recce the start of the walk. I know the Edale side a lot better, and as we get to Wessenden Head Reservoir, I think on this first segment we're going to pass 4 reservoirs when we actually do the full walk. Kind of wanted just to see this first segment today. And it's quite reasonable, if I'm honest with it. It's sound. So we're more or less right at the end of Buckley Reservoir now. This is, I presume that's the spill from Blakely Res, an access road down there. And what we get on the main path now is the start of a very gentle incline that I don't really think stops all the way through to Black Hill. Don't know what this is here, but it looks mint. Still life, Josh Smith. The Kirklees Way marker. 1993. Well, that's awesome. Fantastic. There's not a great deal of elevation gain from where we joined Butterley, right, even right the way through to the summit of Black Hill almost. We joined around 240 metres, Black Hill's 581, so across, I think it's about 10 kilometre, we're only gaining 340 metres extra. And as I say, on a gentle gradient like this, you know, going up here, that's not going to be a great deal of problem, or I certainly don't foresee it being a great deal of problem. You never can tell. Well, I've achieved what I wanted to achieve on this Recce. I'm headed back towards Marsden now. Done around 4,000 steps now, so it should be around an 8,000 steps each walk, which probably puts it about, I've probably gone about 2 kilometres, maybe 4 by the time I get back. Not major, but as I say, today we're about a Recce, seeing what the start of it like. I'm going to take this information back to my mate Ed's lifelong best friend. He wants to do it with me. It's his 40th 2024, so if we can do it between mine and his, it'll be a nice little achievement. And yeah, so I've seen the start of it. I know where we can park, I know what supplies we can do, kind of know where I'm going now, because just past Blakely Reservoir from the Wessenden and Wessenden Head Reservoirs, I kind of know a little bit. I am going to do a bit more reconnaissance on this walk, a bit more research, and I'll keep you updated in future episodes. Thanks for watching. Laters.